What's good? Y'all know who it is, and y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack live here in Los Angeles. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. What's going on with all of y'all, man? What's popping with you guys? Thought I'd come in and chop it up with you guys, man. Been busy running around all day, man. And I figured let me come in and holler at y'all, man, while I had some time. First things first, salute to the Unfiltered Nation, salute to the Unfiltered Fam, salute to the Mod Squad, salute to the goons in the chat. Run the likes up for your boy, keep your likes at 50%. Last but always not least, man, make sure you take care of your boy. That would be me. Tip your bartender. What's popping with you guys, man? Yesterday we had a very lively day on this channel. We had 3 lives yesterday. We covered the inauguration. We covered the breaking news that Ben Johnson, as I said previously, was not going to be the coach of the Las Vegas Raiders by signing with the Bears. And then we did a watch party last night for the NCAA championship game between Ohio State and Notre Dame. So it was very, very busy over here yesterday, man. 3 lives. I was on for damn near, I'd say probably, 12 hours I was on collectively. So, don't act like your boy don't look out for you guys, because I do. All right. But with that being said, man, we all know that the Raiders are in a position now due to the fact that Tom Brady, who is the de facto general manager, even though his title does not say that, but if he's responsible for all the things he's being said that he's responsible for in regards to landing us a coach, landing us a quarterback, and this, that, and the third, Tom Brady, as the de facto GM of the Raiders, is 0-2 with his influence on bringing in people that all these other content creators swore up and down we were getting Mike Vrabel, because Tom Brady and Mike Vrabel are like this. It's a slam dunk, only for it to find out Mike Vrabel didn't even interview for the Raiders job and went right to the Patriots like I told him to on this channel. Don't stop in Vegas unless you're going there to go to a strip club or you're going to a show. Don't go there to go and talk to them about no business with the Raiders, all right? And he listened, all right? And the next one, well, Ben Johnson is going to be the coach of the Raiders. All these people running around with their heads cut off, bro, lathering themselves up with Diddy oil for BJ. I mean, you just can't make it up, man. BJ of all initials is going to come to the Raiders because Tom Brady's going to make it happen, only for him not to make it happen. That's 0-2 on Brady's watch, okay? And that's what it is. But with that being said, I was thinking about it, man, today, man, this afternoon. And I was thinking, man, out of who is being touted, not by me, because I'm just happy that everything is turning out how it should turn out, okay? When people railroaded AP, all kinds of bad things started happening. That's all I cared about, all right? But I started thinking hypothetically, who's the 2 biggest people that's left? Well, actually, there's 4 of them, okay? The 4 biggest names that are available, were really 3 out of 4 are Mike McCarthy, who just got told not to come back to the Cowboys. Mike McCarthy's free running around. He's a Super Bowl champion, first ballot Hall of Fame coach. Second, Pete Carroll. He's a Super Bowl champion, first ballot Hall of Fame coach. One of only 3 coaches to ever win an NCAA title and a Super Bowl. Jon Gruden, who is also a Super Bowl winning coach. Who knows if he'll get in the Hall of Fame, but he probably won't at this point until he goes and formally apologizes to Roger Goodell. He ain't getting in. And last but not least, Bill Belichick, who is second all-time in wins to Don Shula. Those are the four biggest names. Each one of them, okay, have won Super Bowl. At the very least, knowing that Belichick has won 6. So I started thinking about it, man. Because, at the end of the day, I'm a football fan, and I'm thinking, okay, even though I don't care who's the coach. So I want to preface what I'm saying because people hear what they want to hear, all right? I want to make it absolutely crystal clear. I'm not saying any of this is going to happen. I'm not saying any of these dudes are coming, all right? I don't care if any of them comes. I don't have a dog in the fight. I just want to make it crystal clear so when somebody comes later and says, Shaq, I thought you said that. Nah, that's not going to happen. I'm already ahead of you guys. Not going to happen. So I'm going to give out a public service announcement and a cautionary tale. I am not saying any of these guys are going to get the Raider job. I'm just thinking about a what if. Okay? That's as far as I'm taking it. I want to make sure that's clear. Because a lot of people, like I said, they got so much wax in their ears, they're going to hear I said Bill Belichick's coming. They're going to hear I said Mike McCarthy's coming. They're going to hear what they want. But I'm just making it clear that's not what's being said here. So I started thinking about it, man. I said, hey, out of all four of those coaches, if I was the general manager, which makes it even easier for you guys to understand that it's not true because I'm not the GM. I'm nowhere close to being a general manager. So I'm putting myself in the general manager's seat in Henderson, Nevada. If Matthew Shaq, me, was the general manager of the Las Vegas Raiders and I could pick who I would pick out of those four coaches, what would I do? I've already set the table, bro. Anybody that comes in late, y'all need to go ahead and check them, okay? Because I think I've made it clear that I'm not picking anybody for real. Well, first things first, man, without question, I'd pick Bill Belichick over everybody, even though I have my druthers about Bill Belichick, even though I don't particularly care the fact that he's a patriot. And I had to go through, well, I know I don't like people from other teams. I want a Raider to be the coach. So I have to not do that. I can't be a made man in Raider Nation. I can't be a 51-year Raider fan being a general manager. It's a job, bro. I mean, I have to do my job. I have to provide. See, these are the kind of things that I was telling myself. Like, nah, you can't do that. Can't use your fandom and your 3 rings and you can't use any of that. Your history, your pedigree, your DNA. You are a general manager. That is your job. Your job is to bring in a head coach. These are the 4 guys. Mark Davis comes in, gives you a list, pick one of these dudes. That's what it would take. All right? I could do that. Because it's nothing personal. I'm working here. Okay? Number 1, I pick Bill Belichick. Straight up. Okay? Because Bill Belichick is the person who's the most successful. Okay? I do have my druthers about Bill Belichick. Number 1, he's 72 years old. I don't like old coaches. One, 72 years old. Number 2, Bill Belichick is definitely not a player's coach. Okay? He's not a player's coach at all. All right? He doesn't care if you like him or not. It's his way or no way. That's number 2. So anybody that's going to be butthurt or, they want to want a back rub by the coach. They want to, a little soft shoe or a little soft coaching. Nah, he doesn't do that. All right? But Bill Belichick by far would be the number 1 coach because he has the pedigree. He's the second most winningest head coach in history. He has 6 Super Bowl championships. Regardless of however the quarterback was, I'm picking Belichick if I had to pick. So he's not in this. So he wins by a landslide. So I had to take him out. I took Bill Belichick. I threw his ass over my shoulder, bro. He's not in this equation. I got 3 left. All right. Mike McCarthy, Pete Carroll, Chucky. Mike McCarthy. So I started thinking about it. I'm like, Mike McCarthy, Super Bowl champion with the Packers, one with the Aaron Rodgers, with the Cowboys. What did I see him do? I didn't really see him do anything, dog. I didn't see him really do anything outside of just standing around. I didn't see him really doing any coaching. I didn't see him being very vocal. I didn't see him making any adjustments. I don't think that he's better than the last two, even though, because everybody has a Super Bowl championship. Each one of these guys have one. Okay, McCarthy has a chip, Gruden has a chip, and Pete Carroll has a chip. So I'm taking Mike McCarthy. I'm throwing his ass out. He's not good enough. He's not good enough to be in the conversation. Okay, Bill Belichick's too good. Mike McCarthy's not good enough in my eyes. At least two left. I'm getting paid to do a job, man. Mark Davis expecting me to do this, man, and get me a bag. You land this shack, you're going to get a big-ass bonus. All right. Two left. Pete Carroll and Jon Gruden. That's what this is about. All right? Like I said, hypothetical. This is your boy using his football acumen, using his football prowess, using his genius NFL mind. That's me. What am I doing? Okay? I had to get rid of the people I had to get rid of. Can't use Belichick. Belichick's too good. And now I got to get rid of, and it doesn't mean too good to be the coach. It means out of these picks, knowing that I got limitations. Okay? Because the limitations are going to be like, I'm not going to just make Bill Belichick and he's going to take over everything. That means if Bill Belichick comes, I'm fired. I don't have a job. What does he need me for? He's going to be the general manager. He's going to be everything. Okay? So that's not happening. You're too good, Bill. You're going to have to stay at North Cackalack. Can't come over here and take my job. Mike McCarthy, you're not good enough compared to the last two candidates. Let me throw your ass over the fence. Two left. Jon Gruden, Pete Carroll. I thought about it, bro. I said, well, the first thing I got to do is I got to do my homework. Because I'm not like the rest of these content creators out there. Okay? Booty bang with the $10 dono. I'll get to it. I'm not like the rest of these content creators. I actually have my name with and O at the end. Okay? Shaq and O. So I'm going to continue to be and O. I'm going to do my homework. So the first thing I said, I need to look at these guys' ages and their records and everything. So I looked at them, though. I went and did my homework. So we're going to do the tail of the tape. This is a heavyweight championship bout. In this corner, out of Sandusky, Ohio, the man that's known as Chucky, Jon Gruden. Yeah, he's from Sandusky, Ohio, okay? And in this corner, from San Francisco, California, the man himself, Pete Carroll. So the tail of the tape, Jon Gruden, 61, age 61. Pete Carroll, age 73. Pete Carroll's 12 years older than Jon Gruden, bro. But who actually looks better? I definitely say Pete Carroll looks better than Jon Gruden. Jon Gruden got a big ass keg that he has in front like this. He got a keg on his ass now. Okay. Pete Carroll looks very healthy. All right. But he's 12 years older. Then the next thing I looked at, their records. What is Jon Gruden's NFL record, win-loss record? What is Pete Carroll's win-loss record? When I looked at Jon Gruden was like 117 and 111 for a win percentage of like 51%. So he wins a little bit more, a little bit over half his games. Chucky is a little bit better than 50%. He's like a Shaquille O'Neal at the line, bro. Like, Shaq makes them when he needs to make them, but it's still like 50%, 52%. Then I looked at Pete Carroll, and I was very surprised with this statistic. Pete Carroll is about the same as Jon Gruden. For a lot of you guys that are caping for Pete Carroll, his record, his win percentage is 58%. Not as high as you would think. Pete Carroll's win percentage is not that high. Now, So I was like, wait a minute. I thought Pete Carroll was a winner. I thought Pete Carroll was going to be like 70% or 65%. Nah, dog. Because Pete Carroll also coached the New England Patriots. Okay? And the New England Patriots, back before they got Bill Belichick, they were sorry. So he lost a lot of games with them. So his win percentage is a little bit higher than Jon Gruden's, about 7 points higher. So regular season wins, 58% for Pete Carroll, and regular season wins for Jon Gruden, 51%. Check Pete Carroll, better regular season record. Okay? Here's the next one. Postseason record. How did they do in the postseason? I'm like, well, Pete Carroll went to the Super Bowl twice. Could have won second one, but he didn't want Marshawn Lynch to be the MVP. So he threw the ball and wound up losing. Pete Carroll's playoff record is 11-11. 50%. For all these people running around thinking caping on Pete Carroll, he's only won half of his games. It's a flip coin with Pete Carroll. 11 wins, 11 losses in the playoffs in his career. 58% in the regular season, 50% in the postseason. When I looked at Jon Gruden supposed to be not that good. Jon Gruden's postseason record is 5-4. Jon Gruden has a winning record in the playoffs. His win percentage is higher in the playoffs than your boy Pete Carroll. I was like shocked by that. See, when you do your homework and you actually look and see what's popping instead of just letting people tell you what's up, you start to see, wow, this guy isn't as good as I thought, and this guy's not as bad as I thought. Okay? So regular season, Pete Carroll better. Postseason, Jon Gruden better. But Pete Carroll has more playoff appearances than Gruden. So now it's going to come down to, they're pretty much even, give or take. They're not too far away. Now it comes down to managerial and coaching style. All right? I've had Jon Gruden as a coach of the Raiders twice. I've never had Pete Carroll as the coach of the Raiders anytime, but I've had Pete Carroll be the coach of USC, which is my team. He's been the coach of USC. I know him very well, all right, from him coaching SC. And I know him very well from being a West Coast coach in the NFC West. But I've had Jon Gruden 2 times. This will be the 3rd time having Jon Gruden. I already know everything Chucky's going to do. I know everything what that man's going to do, all right? That man is going to go and do everything that he's been doing. He's not changing anything up. He's still going to use his old school philosophy. He's still going to be running a fullback set. He's not going to be calling any innovative plays. He's going to be running the ball up the gut. He's going to play smash mouth traditional football. He's going to keep with what he does. Okay? Pete Carroll is going to do the West Coast offense too, but Pete Carroll is going to do more innovative plays. He's going to have more screen passes. He's going to have more draw plays. He's going to, mix in some 12 personnel. He's going to do a lot more innovative things. I said, okay. So whose offensive scheme is better? Pete Carroll's offensive scheme is better. Because Jon Gruden's offensive scheme is vanilla as hell. All right. Remember when he got fired and Rich Bisaccia took over, he took those same dudes, same band of brothers, Derek Carr, who y'all swore on y'all life is trash, Josh Jacobs, and all these other dudes, and made the playoffs with the same roster because he wasn't running the same offense. Pete Carroll's offensive schemes are better. All right? Check. Then you talk about the locker room. Do I think Jon Gruden learned anything? Well, I think if he became the coach again, he would tone it down But he is who he is. Gruden is who he is, and I don't think that he would change that much. Did he lose the locker room? No, he didn't lose the locker room with the Raiders either time, but I think the second time they were, it was starting to, there was some rubbing that was going on. Okay. It's just like a lot of you guys out there, man, a lot of y'all out there that be coming over here trying to hate, man. Sometimes that thong to thong starts rubbing on the inside of your thighs and it starts getting a little sore, just to let you know. And I think that's what was going on with Chucky. I think eventually they would have got tired of his shit. Pete Carroll, he's more of a player's coach, but there's still some people that really didn't, like Marshawn really didn't get with him. A bunch of other dudes, kind of like hit and miss with him. Sherm, Earl Thomas. So some of these guys were kind of like, Pete is kind of like favoritism. He was Russell Wilson's a boy, and he wasn't really. So I think that Pete Carroll was probably more of a player's coach. I think he'd have the locker room the way it needs to be. I think Gruden would try to do it, but Gruden is more of a dictator, do what I say type of dude. So I would probably say as far as the players wanting to play for him, I have to put a check by Carroll. And then last but not least, how would they both do being Raiders? Well, Jon Gruden is a Raider, man. He's a Raider. But that shit that he said in them emails and that racial shit he said, that ain't forgotten, bruh. That ain't forgotten, man. You don't get to pay. You don't get to act like he didn't say none of that shit. I was offended by it, bruh. He lost stripes with me on that. You can't be my coach saying that type of shit. Okay? Pete Carroll doesn't have that issue. But if I'm a general manager, my job is to do my job. Jon Gruden would be a better Raider because he is one. All right. But being a Raider doesn't negate to the grass. He did not do anything in 4 years and 3 games. We did not go to a playoff game with him. He did not have a winning record. Okay. At all. He didn't have a winning record in Vegas. He didn't have a winning record the year that he was in Oakland. He had no years winning anything. Meanwhile, Pete Carroll, they might have fell off, but they definitely were in the hunt, if not in the playoffs. So how important is it for me to have a Raider coach than I have a coach that's going to help me win? Well, that's where I had to stop at. Because I'm biased. I'm always going to choose a Raider over a non-Raider. I mean, I'm not like y'all. I wasn't on all fours for Ben Johnson. I wasn't gobbling up Mike Vrabel like y'all was. Y'all was definitely on gobble status when it came to these dudes running around. And Tom Brady, I mean, if there was a way for you to braid his pubic hairs, you would have been doing that. A lot of you guys are really out here, really looking bad out here. Okay? Really. Cut it out. So I have to take my fandom out of it. If my fandom's included, I'm going to take Chuck. Because Chuck understands what it is. But is Chuck good? Chuck ain't that good, man. Gruden ain't that good of a coach, bro, anymore. I would basically have him there just because I want a Raider in a position. But Pete Carroll would be the better hire. He would be the better hire for the team as a symbol. Okay? We're not in Oakland. Okay? It's not going to be going to the Hyatt Rickies. Okay? Salute to Hyatt Rickies. So it's cracking. Okay? We're not going to be going to Everett and Jones. We're not going out to Jack London Square to kick it. Ain't going to be no Eastmont Mall. Ain't going to be no 880 and Higginberger Road. That means some shit. If we was in Oakland, you got to come back because of the whole mystique of the Raiders in Oakland. But we're not. We're in Vegas. And we're corporate. So what about all the corporate shit that's going on? That shit is over. Pete Carroll's the safer candidate. Pete Carroll doesn't have bad blood between the NFL. Jon Gruden is getting his case reheard from the Nevada Supreme Court, just waiting it out. He's still in litigation with the NFL. He's not trying to settle his shit. We already got problems with the referees. We already got the problems with the league. I would just go ahead and take Pete Carroll. Now, with that being said, let's not act like I want Pete Carroll. I don't. Not really. But it's not going to be about what I want with me being a hypothetical general manager. My job is to put the best team on the field, and I think that Pete Carroll would be that person. I think Jon Gruden would want too much control. We gave him all the control. He didn't succeed. He and the people that was trying to do stuff like Mike Mayock, I really think Mike Mayock was trying to make moves. Gruden was trying to sabotage everything. Gruden was just not using his ego, was just out of control, bro. So out of those two, if I was the general manager, and you know I'm not, Pete Carroll. If I'm Matthew Shack Unfiltered, 51-year Raider fan, Raider Nation, 3 rings, from the soil up in the Bay, grew up in that stadium, I'm taking Chuck. I'm taking Chuck in that case. But Pete Carroll would be the better coach. As far as them walking in, no wins, no losses, no games played, training camp, mini camp, mandatory mini camp, all of that, all the way up till preseason bullshit, up to kickoff regular season. After that, I don't know what would happen. I don't know what would happen. Okay, I'm only going as far as hiring to the first game of the season. After that, hey man. So what I need for you guys to do is to put down who you'd pick right here on this feed. If you want to pick, if you want to pick Gruden, put a 1 in the chat. If you want to pick Pete Carroll, put a 2 in the chat. All right. As far as my official answer is, it depends on who I am. Am I me as of now? Or am I the GM for the Raiders getting a huge ass bag? That's different. That's work. 2 different answers, 2 different people. So 1 in the chat if you're with Chuck, 2 in the chat if you're with Pete. And if you want to put down why, put it down. But I just thought it was interesting, man. I thought that was an interesting thing to think about. I mean, like I said before, if it really came down to it, out of those 4, I'm taking Belichick, and I'm not gung-ho over Belichick either, but Belichick, I mean, if I brought him, see, if I'm a general manager and I want to do a Tom Telesco, I want to milk my job and not come over there and just start being reckless, hoping that things stick to the wall, which is how I am normally. Normally, I don't care. I just do whatever because I know nothing, nothing's going to affect me. But if I'm working, I'm going to bring in Belichick, and Belichick's going to have all the time in the world. You're not going to be able to come back to me and tell me, Shaq, Belichick, he went 4-13. We need to fire his ass. I'm like saying, man, shut your whole ass up, dog. Bill Belichick, 6-time Super Bowl champion. Why don't you just go sit down, go find your false teeth, eat you some applesauce, bruh. Turn on Family Feud and shut the F up, dog. That's Bill Belichick. Hell wrong with you? See, I could get away with that shit. Belichick buys you time. Years. Okay? I don't think Jon Gruden buys time at all because he's already had two bites of the apple. I think Pete Carroll gets some time bought because he's Pete. So no Belichick, and Mike McCarthy's out. There's not even nothing. There ain't nothing to talk about. Okay? Mike McCarthy's a good coach, but he ain't a good coach for the Raiders. I mean, those players ain't gonna listen to him. All right? So that's the whole thing, man. That's the whole thing. I'm interested to see what you guys got to say about it. I definitely thought that, I spent, maybe like about, I say maybe about 30 minutes just looking it up and then just going over in my head, man. Like, they both got pros and they both got cons. But based on the way that the roster is now, we don't know who's going to be on the team per se. So having Jon Gruden there, like when we had all the Raiders that were there, it made sense. When we had all these drafted people, we had Carr drafted by the Raiders. We had Darren Waller that was picked up by the Raiders off the practice squad of the Ravens, first real roster he was on, so he's considered to be a Raider. We had Renfro, he's a Raider. We had Josh Jacobs, he's a Raider. So if we have all these Raiders, bro, including Max Crosby and all these other dudes, it makes sense for me to have a Gruden because he can come in and rah-rah those guys up and rah-rah them into understanding what the Raider shit is. But when those new dudes came in, he couldn't rah-rah-rah those dudes up because the draft is another thing. The draft, he's absolutely horrid. Jon Gruden's draft picks were horrid, bro. Absolutely ridiculously bad. Okay? Okay, out of everybody, we all know Gruden drafted Mad Max and he drafted Josh Jacobs. Outside of that, Alex Leatherwood, Damon Arnett, Jonathan Abram. I mean, these are all first round whiffs, bro. Whiffs. I don't think Pete Carroll drafts those guys. I don't think Pete Carroll drafts Jonathan Abram. I don't think Pete Carroll drafts Alex Leatherwood. I don't think Pete Carroll drafts who else can I name? It was that first round that was trash. Cleveland Farrell. How did I forget him? You think Pete Carroll drafts Cleveland Farrell at 3? I don't think so. That's another check for Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's not drafting none of those bums. Okay? He's not doing that. You can't name a Pete Carroll team that he has ever been in charge of that drafted that many first-round busts. I mean, guys that aren't even in the league. Cleve Farrell's not in the league. Alex Leatherwood's not in the league. Jonathan Abram, where the hell's he at? He might be on the Saints practice squad somewhere. Damon Arnett is on the police blotter getting arrested every other weekend. So, nah, Pete got Gruden beat. The only thing Gruden got is he's a Raider, bro. That's it. And to be honest with you, that has a lot of pull. It has a lot of pull with me that he's a Raider, bro. It does. But he's not good. He's not that good. But him being a Raider, that scale, it might be the scale make like this. Pete Carroll, Jon Gruden. You throw that Raider shit on it, it may be like it's at least even. Damn, he a Raider though. And being a Raider for us, it really means some shit. I know the younger fans out there, you guys don't understand that. You think us OGs, we're outdated. What we are is successful, bro. Like no matter what you say, we're successful. In our fandom, we have been rewarded multiple times. Okay, if you've been a fan since '84, you've been rewarded. You've been rewarded to be a fan of this team. If you came in at '85 and beyond that, you have not been rewarded at all. So you don't understand the legacy of having somebody who's a Raider. Because when you look at who won the championships for us, they were all Raiders, bro. Like I keep saying, why are we trying to go outside and grab dudes that ain't? I mean, why are y'all so much on Vrabel's nuts? Why are y'all so much? I mean, you guys were swimming down Ben Johnson's throat. I mean, come on, man. You guys were really capped a saving hole in him. I'm like, come on, bro. Cliff Kingsbury outcoached him when they played Washington. He called 5 plays that had 5 interceptions. Let's just keep it a buck. He called those plays. Ben Johnson ain't all of that. They just had you on the hype machine. But with that being said, I thought it was interesting. I haven't heard anything about either or. Pete Carroll's definitely down here at SC trying to see what he could do. He wants to get back into coaching. But he's he's teaching at USC and he's trying to figure out how he can get that job from Lincoln Riley. We're tired of Lincoln Riley. Those of us that are Trojan fans, fight on. We're tired of Lincoln Riley's ass. And I'd rather have Pete Carroll than Lincoln Riley. All right. So read what you guys have to say, man. Hope you guys got some good things to say. And I'll read your comments. But first thing first, man, let me get my boy Booty Bang on here. Okay. I always got to take care of those donos. Let me take care of that right quick and find out where my boy's at, man. All right, Booty Bang with the $10 dono, man. That's how you take care of your boy. Yo, Shaq, I've noticed Brady's been all over Mark ever since his wife left him. I'm not judging Brady, just noticing. Hey, man, well, man, you know, when you're talking about stuff like that, man, I try to stay out of that kind of stuff, dog. Like, because when you're dealing with somebody's marital situations, you don't know what's popping. Like, you really don't. All I know is, man, I could just say what's facts. Giselle had a baby with the trainer, bruh. That's all I know. I don't know what else. I don't know nothing else. I just know that the dude that was giving her the Pilates, helping her with the Pilates, wound up having some Pilates baby. Okay, that's all I know. All right, so I don't know, dog. When it comes to that, dog, I don't have enough information. But I'll tell you this: if I was Tom Brady, I would be just like, I'm just talking for me. TB12, if you watching, I know you probably watching, dog, because you're going to be watching, because you're going to be hearing me say a lot of shit. When you ain't handling business, I'm going to be talking. When you handling business, I'm going to be talking. So you might as well just go ahead and tune in. Use your burner account, sub the channel. If I was Tom Brady, I'd be doing this. Whew. If I was TB12, I'd be like, damn, whoo. Man, I didn't know that was going to happen. That looks like a dodged bullet to me. If you're gonna do that, we don't need to be together, dog. I mean, we don't. If the trainer, dog, somebody who's getting paid $75 an hour can clap, unprotected, having babies in the house with my babies, I'm good. I'll leave it at that, bro. I'm good. I ain't even mad, bro. I just stay single. You know, Tom Brady knock him down, bro. You got your money. I don't have to give you nothing else. Take care of the kids. Make sure the kids is right. Give you your little child support. And I'm done. Okay? I'm done. Let's see if there's a fire. I hear a fire truck. It might be some fire somewhere. Okay? Well, he passed us up. That's good. He ain't coming this way. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. All right, Carlos Haller, man, Unfiltered Nation and fam. Make sure y'all sub the channel. Oh, yeah, wait a minute, real quick before I get started. We set a record yesterday. Matthew Shack Unfiltered set a Raider content live record. It's not the record on his channel, though. We had more people on a Raider live than ever before yesterday on the Ben Johnson signs with the Bears. Over 13,000 people were on live. Now, you know, when I talked about Trump in the election, I hit 30,000, but, you know, that's levels. It's Raiders, election, Trump shit, higher. But we set a record yesterday, man. So if you missed that live yesterday, make sure you check that shit out. That shit was barbecue chicken yesterday. I was cooking. Okay. Rafi, what's going on? Red Dirt was popping. Justice Saw. Montepepper's Pete Carroll. He needs to be it. I could feel it. I mean, but Armando, you always feeling it, man, and you're always feeling the wrong shit, bro. I mean, you felt Team Tank. You felt Tank for Shadur. You felt Vrabel. You felt Ben Johnson. I mean, you might not want to feel nothing for a while, bro. Like, you might want to put your feelings to the side and just wait and see what happens. Justice, I would take Jon Gruden back in DC4. I mean, I take my Rich Bisaccia team as a symbol right now. Better than anything we got. Okay. All right, Winnington Thomas, man, what's going on, man? Salute to the UN and UWeb. Maurice Ross, what's good? Salute to the fam. Snowing in Southgate, GA, 31 degrees. Yeah, man, my dad is in Florida, man, and he called me and said it's snowing. Snowing in Florida, bro. Snowing in Atlanta. I saw the videos. My cousins was filming it. I'm like, damn, it's snowing. That's too cold, man. I'm good, bro. Okay. All right. Justice Saw. Watch Raider Pete Carroll as the best choice because he can bring in a good staff. I was able to groom a coach for the future. Veteran HC makes sense because a first-year coach won't make it a year. But the other thing is the money. Each coach is going to demand well over 10 bands. Not 10 bands. 10 million bands per. Okay? Carroll's probably going to get more. Uh, so you're talking about having to pay somebody in upwards between 12 and 15 million per. And how long do you want to have a coach that's 12 years older than Gruden? I mean, 12 years is a long time. When Gruden was born, he was 12 years old. He was getting ready to go into junior high school. Okay, I'm just saying, bro. Hey, just saying. All right, he's going into suppose he's going into 6th or 7th grade. All right, Red Dirt. Pete Carroll will be the right choice. Like I said, under the circumstances, if I'm the general manager, I'm picking Carroll. If I'm me, I'm not. I'm picking Gruden. Even though I have to live with whatever Gruden does, at least I'll be able to tell myself, well, shit, he just don't have it. He's a real Raider, though. I mean, that means a lot to me. But like I said before, shoot. So you got to stay gainfully employed now, bro. Ain't going to be no handouts. This new administration's not giving out any handouts if you didn't know. All right. Neither would be my top choice. But I don't have that. Y'all keep saying neither. I told you. I have a list. I have to make a decision. So you got all the bailout. Oh, well, it's neither. Oh, I choose. Okay. That defeats the conversation. What are we having a discussion for if you could just say, I'll take neither? Nah, you have to pick out of those 4, bro. Mark comes in, TB12 comes in. You the GM. These are the 4 candidates. Pick. Ain't no, oh, well, I just prefer not to do it at all. I'm going to go to Applebee's. Nah, dog, you got to pick. Okay? No, there's no moving out of the way. Just saw, did you see the Bears employees clapping for Ben Johnson? I mean, this guy's done as a head coach. Not my business, bro. What they're doing in somebody else's house don't mean shit to me. What the Johnsons are doing in their house don't got shit to do with what the Shaqs are doing in their house. I stay in my lane. I don't care what the Bears are doing. Okay? Don't got nothing to do with me. I ain't been a Bear fan a day in my life. They do what they do them. They clap for people who you feel that don't deserve claps. And we don't get anybody. Like I said, who is looking better? The Bears are looking better because they stole from us. That's how I think. Okay? I think we just got our guy taken by the Bears. Okay? Mountain Peppers, if Ben Johnson didn't want to come here, F him. You could say F him. I mean, but did you say F him to win Mike Vrabel? Where's all the anger and animosity coming from, Armando Peplis? I mean, you guys are taking it personal. Are you guys really taking a coaching decision personal? That means that you are emotionally vested. A lot of you guys are emotional about your football team, bro. I mean, it's sad. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't be. You deserve everything that happens to you, dog. You don't get to get the sentence and then you cry. When the judge reads off your sentence, you don't get to sit up there and cry like a little kid. You shouldn't have. You do the crime, you got to do the time. You're a Raider fan, bro. That's what you get for outsmarting yourself. All this bullshit that you do, every time you get somebody who wants to build with you, y'all shit on them for a bird in the hand beats 2 in the bush. You throw the bird out of your hand and you can't catch the other birds. Can't make it up. Okay? Red Dirt, got to live in reality. Watch Raider. People are saying we don't have a top choice. We go via Vance Joseph. Let's see how you like it. I mean, Vance Joseph is a Bronco. I mean, it doesn't get no better for me. Vance Joseph's all right. He's been a head coach before. Let's not act like he's the end all be all. I mean, there's a reason why he's not a head coach right now. Okay, so he's all right. I mean, let's not act like he's, a barn burner, because he isn't. All right. Mondo Peplis says, I'd rather get Chucky back. McCarthy's a joke. Yeah, Mike McCarthy. I threw him out the window. Okay, watch Raider. This is what you're missing, Shaq, who actually wants to coach this team. Probably only Gruden. I don't know. I'd be willing to say that I don't think Pete Carroll doesn't want to coach the Raiders, but I don't think that's not his first choice. I think his first choice would probably be the SC job. But SC has not fired Lincoln Riley, so there's not a position open. I don't sleep on Pete, man. Depends on how bad Pete want to get in the game. Raiders are hella desperate right now. Raiders are desperate. Same thing happened with the Luke Getsy situation. When they straight pissed on Cliff Kingsbury's contract, what Tom Telesco did, they had no choice. Okay, they had no choice but to get Luke Getsy because he was the only person that was left. Reach Ross. Jim Plunkett's finally going to the Hall of Fame. Is that official? Maurice Ross, I need an official Jim Plunkett's in the Hall. I need that official. I'm not jumping out the window till I hear that's official, bro. I need to have that official. Okay? Who do we think we're going to hire the head coach? Ask Tom Brady, bro. Don't ask me. I don't know. It's not my job. I'm going to sit here and be a fan. I don't know, and I really don't care. I had a coach. Okay? I had a coach that was willing to build, and the players wanted to play for, and they threw him in the bushes. So that's on them now, dog. I'm going to judge whoever they bring in, though. Okay? It's popping. Yeah, I need to know if that's official with Jim Plunkett. I need to know that for real. I don't know. It's the finals. It's the finalists. I need to know he's in. If it ain't in, if you look at the fine print and they say, oh, he's one of the finalists, that doesn't mean he's in. I need to hear he's in. Okay? Then I'll talk about that. Well, I said, me neither, Shaq. I don't care who the coach is. Doesn't matter who our coach is. We don't have any talent. We don't have nothing. Who's your quarterback? Who's your running back? Who's your safeties? Who's your edge rushers? You don't have nothing. You don't have nothing popping. You don't got shit. Who's your middle linebacker? Who's your DC? Who's your OC? You don't know nothing, man. You ain't have no answer. Between Chucky, I'm rolling with Chucky. Armando Peppers, I would love Chucky, but his heart hasn't been kissed the ring to come back to the league. Watch Raider said Jimmy Plunkett. I need to know for real. I need to know if that's official. Okay, Justin, I don't want Mike McCarthy. Mike McCarthy's out. Mike McCarthy sat up there with Dallas and just didn't do shit for all those years. But then again, Jerry Jones liked it like that. Spy Tech. I've been hearing about Spy Tech, man. Not impressed. I'm not impressed. Okay. Pete Carroll. It's just me, is that man, let that man retire. I mean, if he's not looking to retire, I mean, nobody could chew some gum like Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll could kill some gum, bruh. That man takes a whole pack of gum. That man could chew some gum, dog. Understand that. Okay. Red Dirt said Chucky ain't coming back. Maurice Ross, sorry, Unfiltered Nation heard of the apologize to the NFL. Will put one in after he's declared deceased. See, there you go. Told you. See, Shaq got it right again. I told you I'm not jumping out the window till I get an official word about Plunkett, bro. He's a finalist like he was last year and every other year. I don't fall for it. You see how I do shit? You see how Shaq is? You see why I keep my NO? Because I don't take an emotional response to shit. As soon as I start getting excited, I say, Arr! Where's the proof? I need a definitive proof before I slow the car down, bro. I don't wait until I see the squad car with the cop out there with the gun clocking people. I see the sign and it says radar used in this area. I start slowing my ass down now. I said, because you know, with my luck, I'll go over the bend and he'll be on a motorcycle with this shit just like this. And I slow my ass down. This guy driving by in a Tesla, because everybody here in LA who has a Tesla speeds. I mean, I guess when, Elon Musk is just out here acting a fool already, you might as well drive fast because he's going to get you out. He'll probably pay your ticket. Man, I start slowing down. Next thing you know, I go over to the crest of the hill and I see the guy with the gun right there, man. And the speed limit's 35 and I'm going 30. So when I heard y'all said Jim Plunkett in the hall, I was like, no, hold on, That's why I'm still the heavyweight champion of the world. Matthew Shaq, unfiltered, filtered. I don't fall for it, man. I don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Renee Renault says, huge no on Gruden. Belichick's girlfriend won't let him use UNC. Well, it doesn't matter. I already threw Belichick out. Belichick that made it unfair. That didn't even make it a discussion. You got Belichick, Gruden, Carroll, and Mike McCarthy in a room, and you pick one. You pick Belichick. Period. So that's not even that's why I threw him out. It's like, nah. Okay, Harry Newsom. I told people that Vrabel had an interview for the Raiders and gotten the job. McDaniels would have came back as the OC. I'm glad Vrabel didn't come to the Raiders. Man, Vrabel knew not to come to the damn Raiders. I mean, people think that people need money like that. Your boy Ben Johnson was offered more money for the Raiders than the damn Bears, but he's like, hey man, all money ain't good money, dog. What's the use of taking that money and only be the coach for a year? Nah, I go ahead and go to the Bears and I could just get that long paper. That's it, man. Money ain't saving the Raiders. Watch Raiders. He also won a college championship. Yes, he did. Okay. It's only been 3 coaches in football history that's won an NCAA title and a Super Bowl. Pete Carroll, Jimmy Johnson, and what's his name, man? Barry Switzer. That's it. Those are the only 3 that's done it. Okay. Booty Bang in the house. Appreciate that, big dog. Carroll's a player's coach. Yes, he is. Obvious choice, Pete Carroll. Gruden is younger. Okay, Ben Johnson would have been good. He's in Chicago now. He wouldn't have been good. How would he have been good when he never wanted to be your coach? I don't know how you guys make these big ass leaps. That's just like you, man. I always use Chloe in HR because you know Chloe in HR fine as shit. You ask her out and you say no. You're like, oh man, those buns, that would have been good. Man, how do you know? You were never close to clapping. You were never close to getting no cheeks. How can you say he would have been good? He never wanted to be your coach. Chloe was never interested in you, dog. Just because she says good morning to you, how are you today, Clint, does not mean that you're clapping. Like, y'all make these big ass leaps, man. I don't get it, bruh. All right. Tino Rodriguez said Gruden's a real Raider. Yep. One's more Raider than the other. Facts. That's why I had to play it fair. It's not fair, man. It wouldn't have been fair. I had to put myself into a position where my fandom, wasn't going to come into play. I couldn't be a fan in that point. I had to do what was best as the general manager. But as a fan, I don't have those kind of obligations. Okay. All right. Booty Bang, appreciate that $10 dono. Red says one is more Raider than the other. Leo V. Pete Carroll knows what a Super Bowl winning team looks like. That's facts too. Jon Gruden does, but that was Tony Dungy's team. I mean, he just walked in and did a Steve Kerr. When Steve Kerr won his first Justin Sa, when your boy Steve Kerr won his first ring with Golden State, and the other ones after that he got, but that first one, that was Mark Jackson's. That was Mark Jackson's ring. Okay? Straight up. Daniel Berry Sports in the house. All right, we see it. Booty Bang. Whittington Thomas, Josh McDaniels his way back to New England. Jon Gruden, no question. Okay, not ready for Chucky 3.0, ready for Carroll. Gruden is chilling with a Chiefs hat on right now. Hey, man, you can't get mad at that man. Man, bag's a bag, bro. That man don't work for us. That man don't owe us nothing. Okay? That man can put on whatever hat he want to put on. He's not with the Raiders. He's not with us. Do what he want. I don't have no problem with what he did. He got a bag. I'm good. Jon Gruden and give the finger to everybody. Watch Raider. Gruden is a Raider, but we got F by the Washington Commanders in the NFL. No, we didn't. We didn't get F by the Washington Commanders in the NFL. We got F'd by Tom Telesco. Tom Telesco was the one that did that shit. And who hired him? Mark Davis. That's what happened. Put Champ Kelly in the GM position, and you don't have these problems. We would have had C.J. Stroud 2 years ago. All C.J. Stroud does is go to the playoffs, win a playoff game, lose a playoff game. Come back as a rookie. Come back his second year, wins a playoff game, lose a playoff game. This dude got 2 playoff wins in 2 years. Meanwhile, Justin Herbert, who all these Charger fans swear on their life he's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, is 0-2 in the playoffs. So you got to blame your general managers and your owner for that shit. Pete said Juden Carroll made the best man win. McDaniels wasn't going to take orders from Jared Mayo, even though Mayo's a good coach. Nope. Said Gruden all day, Carroll all day. Pete Carroll ain't a racist calling players Michelin tire. There you go. There you go. Pete Carroll didn't say no racist shit. Now, you know what's funny? Sugar Mama 23. Here's what I got to say about that. So many of these Raider fans don't even care that Gruden said that shit. They don't care. It wasn't talking about them. That's how you know. He wasn't talking about them. So he doesn't have a problem. They don't have a problem with it. They don't even bring that up. Okay, but that was some bullshit. Okay, I definitely would tell him if I ever saw Coach Gruden, I would tell him, hey, what's up, Coach? I still call him Coach. Coach, I just want to let you know, man. Big supporter, originally from Oakland, was with you, was at those games when you were there the first time. All of that stuff, blah blah blah. But that shit you said wasn't cool, man. What made you say that? I'd ask him. I'd ask him just like that, in respect. Well, that wasn't cool, man. Like, what did you mean by all of that, bro? I'd ask him that. Okay, I trust me. I definitely would. All right, but that was some bullshit, and a lot of y'all don't even mention that because he wasn't talking about you or your people. He was talking about mine. Okay, y'all don't bring that shit up. Y'all just act like that didn't happen. All right, what's going on? Okay, you already know what it is, brother Trife. What's good, Trife? All right, Coach Prime. I mean, come on, man. We're not doing all of that. Y'all throwing names that ain't in the equation. I just gave y'all the equation, bro. Okay, just told you, bro. This is what they got on the menu. Here in LA, you got restaurants that have a set menu that are very popular. This day, these are the entrees. It ain't, oh, well, you know, give me a, nah, dog. You got the prime rib, you got the rotisserie chicken, you got the rack of lamb, and you got the pork chops. That's it. These are the sides and no substitutions. They do that here in LA all the time. You can't get a substitution, bro. They got a hamburger place here called Father's Daughter. Okay? That's in Santa Monica. Like maybe about 10 years ago, it was super trendy. It's a burger spot, but it's like a restaurant burger spot. And they serve these gourmet burgers, bro. Okay? And we went, because my wife's job went there, and you know, this before we had our son and all of that. So I went too, because they invited me to come. Went there, man, to this place, and they serve burger. It's a burger. That's what's on the menu. Burger. It's a father's daughter burger. That's it. Well, you know what, man? Hey, well, you know what? Can I have my condiments on the side? Nope. Can I? Well, I'm like, what do you mean no? Nah, no substitutions. I was like, well, what if I have an allergy? I said, well, you don't order. And the place is packed. However they gave it to you, I said, well, can I have it medium? No, we serve it. You gotta, however they say, only serve it medium rare. No substitutions on your shit. If you don't like the sauce, don't order it. Line around the corner. So what am I saying? What I'm saying is, dog, I had a list of 4 people. Pete Carroll, Jon Gruden, Mike McCarthy, Bill Belichick. I didn't have Prime. I didn't have Coach Madden. I didn't have Chuck Noll. I didn't have Don Shula. I didn't have Andy Reid. I had those 4 guys. Okay? That's it. Pete Carroll, more of a defensive coach. Leo V. When Russell fumbled away, they were never the same after that. Gruden likes to run the ball. I mean, run the ball. He runs the air out of the ball, bro. Gruden, and runs it up the gut. Runs it into the teeth of the defense, bro. I mean, no misdirection plays. No. Man, I remember, man, watching Jon Gruden the last 3 games that we had, bro. And I'm like, man, when is this guy going to run a jet sweep? Never. Okay, do I like Jerry Jones? Jerry Jones, all right. You know, he ain't my guy. He said Pete's trash. All right. Shady Ben Gruden's a Raider, and he called Grudel, hey, you got to say what y'all want to say. These are things that I can't say. Okay? It's not. Y'all go ahead. All right? I'm not even going to speak on that. Pete Carroll's more of an old school approach. I'm with it. Y'all keep saying neither is the correct answer. There is no neither. There is no neither. Wayne, what's going on? How you feel? I feel great, bro. Pete Carroll, perennial playoff performer. Facts. Said you and Tuck lucked up with Tampa on the Super Bowl. 5-4. Pete's 11-11. Yeah. He went more. It's important. These are the things you have to think about. See, we're a thinking channel over here. We actually think about shit. That's why we don't say dumbass shit like the Raiders are getting rid of Antonio Pearson. We're gonna get Mike Vrabel. No, that's don't say that, man. No, he's not coming, bro. Oh, okay. Well, Vrabel's gone. So we're gonna get Ben Johnson. No, dog. Nah, Ben Johnson to sign with the Bears. Oh, okay. So we'll just go to the next guy. You don't never see that over here, bro. Okay? You don't never see that over here. Sorry, the sun's going down. All right. Okay. I'm seeing a little bit of stuff on here that I may have to get rid of some of y'all. If you're saying something that you think that you shouldn't say, I'm gonna give you a chance to delete it, because this is a subscriber only channel. I mean, subscriber only chat, which means you're a sub. And if I see something that I don't like on here, you can't be a subscriber over here saying crazy shit. It's not an open channel. It's not like I got everybody on here. Everybody on here is a sub. So that's talking. If you're saying something you shouldn't say, you better detract your shit, because I get to it and I don't like it. You might not be here, bro. Okay. Yeah, some of you guys are kind of touched in the wrong way, man. Like listen to Tyrone Davis. It's always one that comes in late that's just clueless. This is what he said. You're not really sitting here comparing Pete Carroll to Jon Gruden, are you? This ain't about to be our first disagreement, is it? How many chances do y'all need for Gruden to prove that he's garbage? You can't make it up, man. I told you somebody was going to come in and say some stupid shit. You must have missed the whole opening of this video when I said all of this was hypothetical. I mean, come on, bro. Some of y'all are really, really on the short bus. I said it verbatim several times that this was hypothetical. But like I said before, there's always somebody going to come in that hears this piece of the information and come out with this big ass cap session. Like I said, man, come on, though. Come on, man. Please stop. All right. You're the only person on here that's confused. Tyrone Davis is the only person on here confused. Nobody else is confused, bro. Just you. Just you. You're confused, homie. It's you. It ain't me. It's you. Okay? You're the one that came in late and heard half the story. Instead of you saying, so what are we talking about? So what happened? What did he say earlier? Nah, you came in and assumed some shit. That's why you're looking the way you're looking now. Okay? Let's get these likes up. Watch Raider. Gruden drafting was suspect. I definitely ain't no suspect. Horrible. Okay. Justice Sauter, do you think Pete Carroll came here to do something with that roster? I don't know. How many former players of Pete Carroll that don't like him, Shaq? I don't want to say they hated him or anything, but I know that Marshawn Lynch, but you know, Sean is a different beast. Sean from the O. Sean different. Sean didn't really like the way that he kissed Russell Wilson. He said kiss his ass, but they made up. So when the time when Marshawn came to the Raiders, he was not in good standing with Pete Carroll at all. But since his retirement, he's went back to the Seahawks, and you know, he's decorated up there. He is a Super Bowl champion with them. They kind of mended the fences. So I can't really say him, but I know that Sherm said some things about him in the past. I know that Earl Thomas said some things about him in the past. I know that Cam Chancellor never said anything in him in the past. The Legion of Boom was pretty much on point. I'm trying to think of who else was there, man. That was there on that defense. But typically the two guys that are from those inner city areas, the guy that's from Oakland and the guy that's from Compton, they didn't see eye to eye with Pete Carroll. They thought that he played favoritism with Russell Wilson, and it was proven when Marshawn didn't get the football at the end. Okay? I like Pope, but I'm going with Carroll. Like I said, some people can't do hypothetical situations. Some people can't reconcile that this isn't real life. Some people really play Madden in franchise mode and really think they're playing real football. Like, you can't have a hypothetical conversation with people. What just happened with this cat that was on here reminds me when I used to be in the barbershops back in the Bay Area, and we would be having a conversation and somebody would walk in the door and hear this much and come in and act like they were there the whole time. Oh man, I can't believe y'all saying that shit. Everybody know. They're looking at it like, dude, sit your crazy haircutted ass down. You don't even know what the hell we're talking about. Oh, I was finna say, I thought y'all was saying, that's him. Oh, I was finna say, I thought y'all was saying, come on, man. You come into the barbershop late, acting like you've been here the whole time. We're deep in we're past the conversation. We're just talking now. Man, you can't make it up. Justice R. John's a Raider. I don't know why he's wearing a Chiefs hat. Hey, don't bother me. I don't care what a man does. I don't judge what another man does. I judge what I do. I don't know what that man's rationale is. Don't care. I don't like Jon Gruden enough to care about that shit. Okay? Do whatever he want to do. Put on whatever hat he want to put on. Okay? Long as I ain't got one on. Long as Shaq don't got a Chiefs hat on, that's all I can control. Everybody else, do you. Miss Patrice. What's up, Miss Patrice? Shaq, like I said, if they're bringing Pete, they need to get a great young OC, be up under so he can learn when their old man retired. Pete Carroll is not going to be a dictator. Jon Gruden's a dictator. That's why we didn't win nothing. Okay? He wants to control every aspect of everything. And I think Pete Carroll is a guy that would definitely, take and put his best people forward. If you're the OC, he's gonna let you be the OC. If you're the DC, he's gonna let you be the DC. Jon Gruden gonna come in and bust into the conference room and so what are we doing? The spider 2 wide banana. You coming and doing all of that shit. Okay, but he is a Raider. Winton Thomas, I'll say this regarding the racism and misogyny for Gruden. At least I know where he stands. Many are closet racists. Oh, yeah, they're all over the nation. But when that AP shit happened, they came out. I mean, you only can hold it in so long. I mean, really. I mean, you only can hold that racism in so long. It's you're holding it in until you don't have to. That's what it is. It's like, finally, I can exhale and say how I really feel. But the problem is, once that shit comes out your pie hole, it's out. There is no putting it back in. There's no more putting the genie in the bottle, homie. It's shit spewed out of your mouth. We know what you said, and if the circumstances change like it did with Antonio Pierce 48 hours later, you're already cooked. There is no coming back. Your best bet is to disappear, which is what a lot of them did. They didn't even come back after that. When I cooked, Tom Telesco straight lambasted his ass, okay, and put some tartar sauce on the side with some corn muffins on the side, hooked them up like some catfish. Shit, they ain't been back since. Cause I know what you said and I know how you feel about it. Okay, simple as that. All right, can't type today. It's all right. Chucky has shown that he supports the Shield, but if I'm the GM and I'm doing my job, I'm not picking Chucky. If I'm a fan, I'm picking Chuck. If I am an employee, I'm picking Pete Carroll. I'm telling you, that's what I'm doing, bro. Okay. Why not Pete Carroll's GM? Gruden is 8C. Nope. Oil and water don't mix, bro. That's not going to work. It's not going to work. Big time winning. Bring in Gruden, Carr, Najee Harris, Devontae. Make the AP transit trying to hold defense. Just bring in the young OC to put up points. I mean, that would mean Mark Davis and Tom Brady got it wrong. And I don't think Mark Davis wants to upset TB12 because TB12 was the one that signed off on that shit. And I don't think TB12 don't like Gruden anyway. That's I don't know why y'all keep running around talking about Gruden. It would take Mark Davis to put his influence in because Jon Gruden stopped Tom Brady from coming to the Raiders. Remember what he said on LeBron James's barbershop when he's talking about Derek Carr? They're going to go with that MF? Who do you think he was talking about? Talking about Gruden and talking about Derek Carr. Okay? He don't like Jon Gruden. All right. He's going to have influence. Pete would be a better draft better. He definitely would. Fear Raider, Beatty don't like Gruden. Facts. He don't. But if Mark said, I want to do this, he'd find a way to like him. Gruden, Shaq, Pete is old. He is. Okay, Pete is winning a winning culture. Yeah, but Pete's in better health. Have y'all seen Pete Carroll, bro? Pete Carroll is in shape. The dude runs the drills. That dude is not the average 73-year-old, man. And like I said, Jon Gruden got a powder keg for a stomach. Okay, James Furpo. Wonder what Lynn says about Carroll as an 8C. Hey, man. Don't ask Sean unless you want to know, because he will tell you. Whitty said Pete Carroll's not a Raider, doesn't present himself as a Raider way. If Gruden wants to come back, he has to give up GM rights and control. I mean, let's not act like we won't put non-Raiders in the head coach and GM position. Let's not act like we won't do that. Our record isn't very good. Renee Revolta, what free agents would want to come play with Gruden after all that drama? I don't know. I can't call that. Gruden's a real Raider. He is. Okay? But like I said before, if I'm a fan, I'm picking Gruden. If I'm the GM, I'm not picking Gruden. That's what I'm doing, bro. I told you it was a hypothetical, but like I said, some people like Tyrone Davis, he really thought we were really, really talking about some real shit. Okay? Can't make it up. All right, see all those ones and twos? I'd rather have Gruden, Jesse Holland, Miss Patrice, Chucky would be good with a young quarterback. Blah, 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 blah. All these ones and twos. Can't say neither, man. Stop saying neither. You can't say neither. Okay? JMJ, I don't see why Pete Carroll would come here. We have nothing to offer him. Who knows? He'd be gone in 2 or 3 years. Why go team? He knows he isn't going to be successful. The money, like everybody else. The money. Gruden needs a quarterback. I mean, we're drafting 6, man. Don't think we can't draft a quarterback, because we can. We got a 6 pick in the draft. D. Bernie, Gruden got to give up some fellatio in order to get the job. He got to give up that Ben Johnson. Okay. He got to get that Ben Johnson up. Wouldn't mind Gruden, but he got to fix his issues. Pete with a successor. P.S. with the successors that Antonio Pierce. Hey, man, that would be dope. Okay. Other opinion I prefer. The question is about these two. Yeah, I mean, there is no other options, man. I just told you guys I just gave the parameters and the rules, man. There is no other people, man. Okay. There is no changing it up. Those are the choices you got. Okay. I don't want pickles. No substitutions. And I'm telling you, man, D. Bernie will tell you, he live here. There are restaurants that they will not change nothing. That's what they give it to you. They give it to you just like nothing. And I don't like a lot of sauce on my burger. Pause. So when they gave me mine, I had to unassemble my shit. Unassemble it. I got a bunch of napkins and I was blotting my shit. But then when I asked for other condiments, they didn't have them. You got mustard? No. Do you got ketchup? No. Why in the hell am I spending $30 on a burger? Because everybody's here and it's trendy. That was the first and last time I went to that damn place. All right. Spent $90 on burgers and couldn't even get damn ketchup and mustard on my shit. All right. Watch Raider. Rick Rashido would love to see Gruden work with Shador. Henry Newsom, start fresh. Dr. Feelgood. I'm going to start shouting you guys out. Starting to get dark. I'm going to go outside and eat dinner. This has been a good live, man. Brother Tribe, we don't need rah-rah. We need results. D. Bernie trying to figure out his future with family. Khalil Mack's a free agent. What would you do on a veteran minimum? Khalil Mack don't want to be a Raider, bro. Khalil Mack's been told you he ain't a member of the family, dog. He's the member of the family that changed his last name. Okay? He walks around here and says his family is deceased, knowing that his whole family lives 3 miles down the road. Grandma's calling him, Khalil? Where you going, baby? We still love you. Grandma trying to talk to your cousin. Your cousin don't even want to say hi to his own grandmama, dog. That's Khalil Mack, bro. An absolute traitor to the shield, all right? So if he comes back, it won't be because he loves us. It's because he wants some money. All right. What's up, Dad? My dad's on here. Hey, Dad, I heard you said it was snowing down there. I saw Shonda. Shonda's posted the pictures. My pops is on here. I don't like Pete Carroll nor Gruden. If I had to choose, I'd take Gruden because he's a Raider. Carroll's not. I don't like Carroll's tough enough. There you go, man. All right. This guy right here, Matthew W. Shack Sr. and Al Davis taught me football. Okay. Good job, Dad. That was very nice that you came on here. Now that money that you've been winning with all those picks that I've been giving you, I need some of that. Okay. You've been winning money with my picks. I need some of that money. They'll give it to you, put it in your grandson's bank account because you are winning too much money. Jay Marion, I would go with Pete. Okay. TJ Colin Farrell is starting for the Commanders. Still trash. Cleese on the Commanders. Still trash. Amos Bandos. Pharrell's in the league. Okay, well, he said playing in the playoffs. Okay, that's good. All right, still trash though. He didn't help us. Gruden doesn't have the power to demand that he's a GM anymore. Shit. Yeah, he do. With the Raiders, he do. Pete's team, Marshawn Lynch. Okay, Paul Olsen, I'm not going to answer. Well, then why you put that long-ass answer up? I mean, I'm not going to answer, but then I'm going to write a whole paragraph, okay? We can't make it up. All right. Yeah, I'm about to go inside, you guys. I'm trying to go through this, man. All right. Okay, Farrell's in the league. He picked the Meek. Yeah, and Meek got dropped. I mean, yeah, he picked the Meek, but the Meek was didn't last, man, because it was what it is. We're 3-0. All right, so no shade. Chucky's a Raider. He is. What's my opinion on Coach Prime? That'll be another live. Pete's the coach. He can get the DC back. Ben Johnson just like Josh McDaniels. Josh McDaniels is a better offensive coordinator than Ben Johnson. We'll see if Ben Johnson winds up being a better head coach, but let's not act like Josh McDaniels. He's the GOAT OC. Hate him or not, he's the GOAT OC. When he came to the Raiders, he wasn't the OC. He was the HC. When he went to the Broncos, he was the HC. Sucks. OC, he's the GOAT. Sorry, man. Ain't gonna slander that man when it comes to what he can do. What's up, Pootie? What's up, Pootie? My dog Poot in the house. Okay? Let your girl know that I still say you him. Okay? Because you know your girl was trying to act like you wasn't him when we met. All right? In Vegas. Crosby Spillane with Pete, gonna be the new linebacker. Okay? Tony Davis in the house. Let me just start shouting y'all out. I got to get in here. Black and Gray out in the house. Tea Time in the house. Miss Patrice. Watch Raider. He's back on the Pats. Yeah, I mean, he's back where he needs to be. Okay, we're at the end, so perfect. Watch Raider. Can't wait to play pass and smoke them fools. I mean, shit, it'll be nice if we had a team to do that. 4 dog sees no more fires, please. Yeah, we don't need no more fires. And Black and Gray, no team Gruden has built has won a Super Bowl. Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll built his team. All right, man, let me go in this house, man. Good chopping it up with you guys. Letting you guys know, man, we're going to continue to do what we do on this channel. We are definitely in full effect. We're going to be on here talking about everything, man. Brand new year, brand new platforms as far as conversation. But make sure y'all check out that live last night. That live last night is the new all-time GOAT Raider live video talking about Ben Johnson. And I was cooking. All right, love y'all, man. Holla at y'all tomorrow. All right, Dad. Match check, I'm good.